Hello all, I'm Robert Gordon Orr, or Bobby Orr. I'm here today to tell you a little bit about myself and the people that got me to where I am today. I've been very lucky with my life, and I've been very blessed to make it as an NHL hockey player. I'm not going to stand here and tell you all about the scoring titles or the awards that I've received over the years. That isn't my purpose today. I do not take all the credit for these achievements of playing professional hockey, and I have had a lot of people who I grew up knowing that have allowed me to speak to you today. But first, let's start from the beginning. I grew up in a small town called Parry Sound in Ontario, Canada. Everyone in the town knew each individual person by their first name. I grew up with four other siblings, Patricia, Ronnie, Penny, and Doug Jr. We all grew up in a small house in that little town. I cannot thank my brothers and sisters enough for how much they supported me throughout the years that I played hockey. But the people that I give most credit to are my mother and father, Doug and Arva Orr. It is a very cliche statement when I say my mother was the most inspirational person in my life. This statement is 100% the truth, and it always reigned true. She was the boss of the family. She was a very stern and strict woman, which as a kid can be pretty hard at sometimes. But she had a very sweet side to her as well. She was always helping neighbors, and she was always there for anyone who needed it. And without her approval, there's no way I could have played professional hockey. And now to my father, Doug Orr. He played hockey when he was a youngster, and of course, I looked up to my dad as most kids do. He was the jokester of the family. He always had a smile on his face, and would always be the man to cheer me up. He'd always take me out to the lake and tell me stories about anything that I asked him about. He was one of the kindest and funniest people that I've ever known. He inspired me to play the game that I know and love today. And on that note, let's talk some hockey. Growing up in such a small town, all of us kids played together during the winter on the frozen river behind our neighborhood. Since there's a total of about 20 kids who play hockey during the winter, we usually play 10 on 10. That is different than the traditional 5 on 5, which is usually played. This taught me as a kid that I needed to up my skating ability so I wouldn't get the puck stolen from me. Along with playing on the ponds and the rivers, I would often go outside and shoot pucks. I would always try and aim for something, whether that be a target that I would make out of a cardboard box, or just a spot on the garage door. These small things helped me play hockey at such a high level at a young age. Many kids who play hockey want to go play with the big boys of the NHL. I got lucky enough to do that when I was 18 years old, when I signed with the Boston Bruins. But my name wasn't just drawn out of a hat. I had to work my way up. When I was playing hockey as a young kid, many coaches taught me many things about hockey, mostly about life. I was taught that I needed to work as hard as any other kid who played the game. I did this and signed a contract with the Boston Bruins organization when I was 14. All this did was lock me into their organization, and I was ready to go play at the highest level. I would get my chance. But first, I played with the Boston Bruins junior team, the Oshawa Generals. I played there till I was 18, and I got to play in the NHL with the Boston Bruins. With the Bruins, I would go on to win many awards, such as the Art Ross Trophy for the most points in a single season, the Norris Trophy for the best defenseman in the league, and the Hart Trophy, or the MVP. I also scored the game-winning goal in the Stanley Cup Final against St. Louis, and I was inducted into the Hockey Hall of Fame when I was just 31. I have a statue outside the Boston Bruins home rink, but all these achievements, yeah, they do mean a lot to me. But nothing means more to me than the people who made me become Bobby Orr. Thank you.